Today was the last day of Watches and Wonders 2023. Over the past week, 48 brands have presented over 100 novelties. Most of these new watches cost thousands of dollars and would be aspirational pieces for us mortals, both because of their price and limited availability. In this video, I've tried to exclude such pieces as much as possible. Still, none of the watches in this list could be considered affordable by any means, but I've tailored this list to include watches that excited me and may yet be attainable for many people. And as this thumbnail suggests, I have not included any Rolexes here because they have already gotten enough coverage. Before I start rambling, I wanted to know what are your favorite new releases this year. Be sure to drop them down in the comments. I would love to hear what you are most excited about. So without further ado, here are my top 5 favorite new watches, starting from number 5. Stay till the end because number 1 is by far my favorite watch this year. The first watch on my list is also the most expensive of the bunch. It is the Patek Phillipe Calatrava reference 6007G-001. Now we all imagine very elegant and reserved looking watches when we think of a Calatrava. They are supposed to be classic dress pieces that forego flashiness for refined subtlety. Well, think again, because this new Calatrava is nothing like we've ever seen before. I think this is probably the most sporty and fun Calatrava ever released. I mean, look at it. It looks nothing like the Calatravas we know. It just looks so vivid and casual that I wouldn't call this a dress watch at all. This particular model has this lovely interplay between yellow and black. I love this dial, which Patek calls ebony black, with the carbon motif embossed in the center. I love how this texture has been carried over to the leather strap as well. The yellow accents on the strap are a nice touch too. This watch is powered by the self-winding 26-330S caliber and is housed in this 40mm case made entirely of white gold. What's the price, you ask? Just the small sum of $37,850 US. Next up on my list is the Oris ProPilot X Kermit edition. Probably one of the most striking releases this week is definitely this new Oris watch. Now I know that this watch might split opinions, but I admire how brave Oris has been with this release. Moreover, it genuinely seems like they didn't want to be so serious and rather just have some fun with this watch. This 39mm titanium watch is powered by Oris's in-house caliber 400 movement. This movement features a date complication with hacking seconds and a 120-hour power reserve. Oris really seems to trust this movement as they offer up to an insane 10-year warranty on this watch. I really like the design of this watch with the simple clean dial, this titanium case with a coin edge bezel, combined with a good looking bracelet. I'm sure this color would put many people off, but I can admire Oris for doing something so different. Also, it costs an attainable $4,600 US. Coming in at number 3 is the Ressence Type 8S, where the S stands for Sage Green. Ressence is known for its striking, unconventional looking watches that have no crowns and display time in a unique manner. Now a disclaimer, I have never seen one of these in person, but I'm really keen on trying one. From the pictures and videos, the new Ressence 8S looks very interesting to me. Housed in an all titanium case, this is Ressence's lightest watch, weighing a mere 42 grams. That's 3 times lighter than Rolex's Oyster Perpetual 41 as a reference. This watch measures almost 43mm in diameter, but I assume it wears smaller due to its tiny or rather non-existent lugs. The roundness of this watch is further amplified by a heavily domed dial featuring this new sage green color. Personally, I really like this color. Now, how you read the time on this watch is innovative but actually pretty simple. The larger hand shows the minute, while the smaller hand in the sub-dial displays the hours. The sub-dial also rotates along the dial when the minute hand moves, which is pretty cool. You can set time and wind this watch by turning the bezel. What's cool is that Ressence has managed to achieve this unique functionality using a heavily modified ETA movement as a base. Another fun fact, this is Ressence's cheapest watch, coming in at a not so cheap 12,500 Swiss francs. I admire that Ressence puts in so much effort to develop these interesting watches, and I love their unique take on watchmaking. Now coming on to what seems to be everyone's favorite watch this year. Can you guess which? Yes, it's the new Tudor Blackbay 54. Now I like Tudor watches and I've considered buying one for myself. However, what always prevented me from splashing the cash on a Blackbay 58 was the thickness of the watch. All Tudor watches sit like bricks on my wrist. But Tudor finally seems to have fixed this with a smaller and slimmer new Blackbay 54. Coming in at 37mm wide and just over 11mm thick, this is by far the most wearable sports watch from Tudor. I'm also a big fan of the new aesthetics. I think it looks clean and refined. I personally like this new look more than the previous Blackbay 58s. I like the combination of black and gold, and I have no problem with the new minute hand. This watch is driven by the COSC certified MT5400 movement with a power reserve of 70 hours, which is also waterproof to 200 meters. This watch also comes with the class-leading 3-link stainless steel bracelet with a Tudor T-fit clasp. So although this watch won't excel at anything, I think it's a very solid package overall. Priced a third of a Rolex Submariner, I think this watch is a compelling proposition for anyone looking for a dive watch without having to wait 7 years to get the call. And I think this may be the first Tudor that I actually buy. Finally, we come to number 1. It's the Jaeger LeCoultre Reverso Tribute Chronograph. I think JLC this year has been criminally ignored by many reviewers. However, I really like JLC watches and I like their Reversos. I think they're special watches that provide functionality, reliability and heritage. This year, JLC released several new Reversos including some crazy new tourbillons, but the pick of the bunch for me is definitely this new JLC chronograph. These Reversos come in 2 variations, the black dial with a gold case and the blue dial with a stainless steel case. I prefer the stainless steel model. Firstly, I love the looks. This brushed sunray dial on the front seems beautiful in itself, but it's taken to another level by this insane skeletonized chronograph face on the reverse. What's visible through this skeletonization is JLC's manually wound caliber 860 movement, which beats at 28,800 vibrations per hour with a power reserve of 52 hours. This watch is also protected by JLC's 8-year warranty. What's so cool here is that these are 2 very different looking watches having vastly differing features all bundled in one. And the craziest part? This watch featuring 2 faces and all these complications measures just 11.4mm in thickness, which is thinner than an Omega Moonwatch Professional by 2 whole millimeters. And although it may sound crazy, I think you're getting a great value with this watch at $21,400. I don't have $20,000 to drop on a watch right now, but if I did, I would probably go for this one. That's all for my list, guys. Do you agree or disagree with my picks? Is there some other watch you would rather have? Let me know down below. And if you did like this video, please do hit the thumbs up. Thanks and have a great day. Bye.